Hello everyone, Beks Thompson here on Bribey. So good to see you and to be live and feeling confident, hopefully, that we're not going to lose connection. If you've been watching me recently, you'll know that we've had some connection issues. I got a brand new phone, a Galaxy Note 9 with a funky little pen. I'm really excited. And today I want to share with you some strategies around how we get out of our mind that stops us from moving forward. Our mind can be such an obstacle. Hey Francis, so let me know if you're watching and where you're watching from, and have a think about how does your mind sabotage you and what do you currently do to try and get out of that. And I'm going to share a really powerful tool, which I think is one of the biggest tools, most portable tools, most powerful tools, most flexible tools that I know for dealing with the mind stuff, because the mind is tricky, the mind is manipulative, the mind is deceptive, and if you have got any experience in personal development and mindset and awareness, then you will know this, right? So a little bit about me. I'm Beks Thompson here on Bribey. I'm an integrated health and personal development specialist, and I particularly have an expertise in helping women to really step in to their highest potential without having to compromise their well-being, without having to compromise their sense of self, to regain and reclaim who they are, and also really hold an essence of their feminine, so that they don't burn out, in that process of caring, of giving, and of stepping up. So that's my kind of area of brilliance, and I have lots of incredible tools to help you, because I very much work on the physical, emotional, mental, environmental, and energetic landscape. It's very much a comprehensive and holistic way that I work with people. And so today we wanted to have a little look at the mind, because I think the mind very much often leads our decisions, and it leads our emotion, and it leads our reactions. And the first area that we often cognize that is in the mind. Like, what's the story going through your mind? And then we're reacting often emotionally to that, and our behaviors follow. And what if we could learn to actually use the mind as a tool, yes, but not as the first point of contact, if you like. If we could come into a place of presence, if we could calm the mind enough to really tune and fine-tune our internal presence and our sense of knowing and awareness and intuition, and then let our mind follow that, because our mind is useful. It can reason, it can think, it can be logical, but if it's the first thing that's guiding us, then often it can be a little bit misleading, because it's wrapped up in old experiences and old stories. So I invite you to take a moment and grab a pen, a real pen, not this little stylus pen, and write down, what is a primary story that you tell yourself that is hijacking you, that's creating obstacles in your life, because this story keeps going around in your mind. So if you're watching now, say hi, let me know that you're here, and we're writing down what is a story that goes around in your mind that you tell yourself that is creating an obstacle in your life, just to bring some awareness. Yeah, what is a story? It might be something like you're not good enough. It might be that there's not enough time. It might be you don't have enough money. It might be that you're not educated enough. Yeah. What is it that's stopping you, that is creating a bit of an obstacle in your life? Now, we're just going to jot this down to bring an awareness to it, because when we see that thought come up, we can be, aha, that's just the mind hooking into this story. And one of the most powerful tools, and the most portable tools, and the most flexible tools in our toolbox is mantra. Now, mantra is like the Sanskrit word, if you like, for an affirmation, but it's more powerful, I believe, than an affirmation. So mantra comes from the root word manas in Sanskrit, which means the mind. And so mantra is the primary tool for calming and, if you like, controlling, getting some sense of control back over the mind, and to change and shift those mental groove patterns. And there are lots of mantras. And the beautiful thing about mantra is that each mantra creates a vibration for that which it describes or what it means. So to create that simply, if we say the mantra we're going to use today, hey Michelle, how you going? Just pop you off on here. The mantra we're going to use today is around obstacles and removal of obstacles. So this mantra means, may all obstacles be removed that are in our path, and may all blessings be bestowed upon us. All right. And the mantra is Gum Ganapateyei Namaha. And I'll jot that down after this. Gum Ganapateyei Namaha. And so what's awesome about mantra is not only does that meaning create the vibration in your body of what it means, right? So by saying that mantra, we are actually creating a vibration of shifting those obstacles, those patterns in the mind, those energetic imprints that are creating that story that you've written down, whatever that story is that goes around in your mind. That mantra is going to help dissolve that and regroove pathways. How awesome is that, right? Just by you saying a mantra. But the key is to be consistent with your mantra and not to get too caught up in the mind around it, and the story of it. And this is why I love mantra versus like saying something English like, I dissolve all obstacles and do bestow blessings. Why don't I recommend that as much? Because our mind gets wrapped up in the story. We understand English, we know what it means. And so it's very easy for our mind to say, oh, that's not going to work. The obstacles are still there. How is this mantra working, right? But if we say something in Sanskrit, we can't quite harness the mind around it. We can't quite make sense of it fully. So the mind doesn't wrap a story around that mantra. So there's much more an attitude of non-resistance and an attitude of just letting be and just doing the mantra, right? Just following. And that's how one of the huge ways that we remove obstacles is by following and not digging in our heels and building up resistance and trying to fight something. Yeah? Hey Valerie, how are you going? And so if you've just joined us, we are writing down a story that goes around in your mind that is creating a bit of an obstacle for you in moving forward, because that story is perhaps saying you're not good enough, or you don't have enough money, or you're not educated enough, or you'll never be this, you'll never be that, right? And the powerful tool I'm giving you today is an incredible mantra to help dissolve those obstacles, to regroove those pathways on a very energetic and mental level. And the mantra is Gum, and I'll jot this down in the description above when we're done here, but Gum, you can just write it down phonetically for now, Ganapateyei Namaha. Gum Ganapateyei Namaha. And if anyone knows anything about gods and goddesses, then this is the elephant-headed god. This is the energy of the elephant-headed god Ganesha. Now, you don't have to believe in Hinduism and these gods. You don't have to understand it to use these mantras. It's not about that. The energy of this is around the aspect of ourselves that is able to see the blessings and to remove obstacles in our path. And that's all that you really need to understand about it. All right. And then we just do it, because the whole point is to not get too much in our head about it. All right. So it's just do it and see what happens. Now, when we do mantra, we encourage you to do it for a good 21 days. So that's 3 weeks of practicing a mantra and see what happens. So who is up for that? Give me a yes if you are up for doing this mantra for 21 days every day and see what happens. See whether if obstacles and things start to shift in your life, or whether more joy and opportunities and blessings come in. Who's up for that? Give me a little wave, give me a heart, give me a yes. If you are up for that, the mantra is going to be Gum Ganapateyei Namaha. We're going to practice it in a minute together. I'm going to write it down in the comments above when we're done here. And what you can do is just do, say, 12 of these mantras every day. But the more you do them, the more powerful it is. Now, there are magic numbers in yoga. I'm not going to go too much into them. The magic numbers are 3, 9, and 12, and multiples of them. So when you get some prayer beads, they have 108, if you've ever seen those, 108 beads on there. And this is said to really clear and clean all 108 main energy centers in your body, and to clear like a whole year's worth of karma if you do 108 of this mantra. So you could do 108, or you could do multiples of 3, 9, or 12. And they're sort of fairly easy to count on your hands if you don't have prayer beads. So let me know if you're up for the challenge of doing this for 21 days. Om Gum Ganapateyei Namaha. So we're going to do 12 together now so you can get into the rhythm of it. If you have your phone and you're watching, then you can always come back and do this with me. You'll be able to find this mantra on YouTube with lots of people saying it. Hey, Kirsten. And you can always come back and obviously listen to this to get another little auditory reminder of how to do this mantra. So if you're just joining us, go back to the beginning and watch. We're just about to do 12 Om Gum Ganapateyei Namaha mantras together, which is all around removing obstacles and bringing blessings and opportunity into our world and getting out of the mind and the stories that are creating all this drama and all these obstacles. So I'm going to put my little stylus down. I'm going to count 12 on my hands, on my fingers, and we're going to do it together. So if you're at home, you can just listen for the first few, but maybe you'd like to join in and actually say it with me as we go along. Ready? Om Gum Ganapateyei Namaha. 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 So that was 12 Om Gum Ganapateyei Namaha mantras, and just sit and feel, just even after those 12, if there's a little bit of a shift for you. Now, the more we work in this area, the more we are attuned to a more sensitive awareness of what we feel, right? And so for me, when I do mantra, it very quickly drops me into a place of clarity, of spaciousness, of joy, of peace. And that might take a little while to cultivate for you. But notice what you feel, and whether, send me a little message on here. Do you like that mantra? How does it feel for you listening to that mantra? It's a beautiful mantra. You might find your own melody and rhythm. And if you look it up on YouTube, you'll see lots of different people saying it if you don't like that particular rhythm. But, that the words have their own natural rhythm. And that's a natural one that kind of falls in for me. So I invite you to play with this for 21 days. I'll write it down, like I say, in the link at the top. And I'd love you to share your experience and just to jot down here whether you are up for giving this a go. And what stories do come up in your mind about the ones that really hook in and hold you back. Like, we all tend to have a story, right? There's always a flavor to our story of what goes around and around and around that limits us. Yeah, and we're quite good at numbing it and suppressing it with different things. But if you're honest to yourself, what is that story? And have a go at this mantra. I invite you to do it for 21 days with me. I'm going to do it for 21 days. And see what happens. See if more opportunities, more blessings, more joy come into your life. So you can do 12, like say 3, 9, 12, 108 once a day, but it's really great to start getting in the pattern of just coming into this mantra at any time. Yeah, so just starting to repeat this mantra like a default so that your mind can't hook onto stories and patterns throughout the day. It can just go into that Om Gum Ganapateyei Namaha mantra. And so a way that we can help ourselves to do that is to write it down on a sticky note or bits of paper and put them up around the house. You can put one on the center of your steering wheel. You can put one by your stove or your kettle. Yeah, put one somewhere else by your bed. So you've got different reminders of that mantra so that you can get into the habit of doing the mantra instead of the habit of letting your mind run away with different stories. So going to leave it there for now. Let me know how you get on with the mantra. I'll jump on now and write it down for you. So if anyone's completely unsure, and always listen back to what it sounds like when you're trying to get the hang of it. All right, my lovelies, have a fantastic day. And look forward to hearing how you get on with this mantra. Namaste. Blessings, everyone. Bye.